Hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Scorpio in January 2021. What is going on, Scorpio? How are you guys doing? I hope that you are doing well. Scorpio, welcome to the new year. How's it going? How you feeling? How's everything? Wherever you are in the world right now, Scorpio, I hope you are happy, safe, healthy, and secure. Please continue to take very good care of yourselves and those that you know and love. 2020, it's in the rear view, but you know, everything that happened in 2020, what it brought to our lives is not completely wrapped up yet. So again, please take all precautions to keep yourself safe and healthy at this time. Again, Happy New Year to you. Hopefully if you did celebrate, you did so safely, but I hope you also had a good time despite any restrictions you may have followed or been under when it came to, you know, celebrating this brand new frontier that we've found ourselves on. Yeah, 2021, here we go. So New Year's, a couple new things here on the channel. This is still very much the general overview for the month, but I'm doing it slightly differently than I normally do. We're going to do half off camera, half on camera, so these have been pre-shuffled and obviously laid out. And then we're going to do not extra, but we're going to do the other 6 cards here on the channel. We'll do the overall energy as well as an outcome and all that good stuff. But so some things remain the same, some things don't. That's just a personal thing for myself to challenge myself to continually change and grow. I try to change things up every once in a while, okay? But let's go ahead and get into it, Scorpio. You know, no, enough about me, more about you, right? So, the regular spiel. Scorpio, anything you want from me, it's in the description box below. If you want the timestamp, it is down there. Information on how to purchase a personal reading with me is down there. If you have questions before you place an order, just email me and I will answer you as soon as I can. And if you're interested in working with me, I would suggest doing that sooner rather than later, as things about the menu are going to change come March. So if you're looking to lock in the prices as they are now, feel free to do so. Contact me and we'll work something out. But again, all of that will be changing come March. Again, changing and growing, right? And if you want to follow me on Instagram, there is a link to my Instagram page or profile or whatever down there. I'm not using it as often as I thought I would, but I do want to keep it around because I'm going to force myself to be better at it. So again, changes, challenges, I'm all up for it. But let's see what's going on. Enough about me, let's get into you. So, Scorpio, your first 3 cards, the Lovers. Ooh. Major Arcana for Gemini, could be dealing with a Gemini, but you don't have to be. Second card was the World, okay. Secondary major for Capricorn, could be dealing with a Capricorn, but you don't have to be. And the Ace of Cups. So, this seems to be a love situation. On its face, you know, it could be, you know, and it could be other forms of love besides romantic love. This could be love within a family or a friendship that you have, Scorpio. But on either side, well, not on either side, but on this side here with the Lovers, I feel there's choices or recognition or recognition, awareness. It's very symmetrical, this card. So even Stevens, or like equality. Thank you, equality, even Stevens, Jesus Christ. But there's something about meeting in the middle, being of the same mind, being of the same perspective with you and someone else, right? And on the other side is opportunity with the Ace of Cups. And in the center is sort of like this turning point, this simultaneous ending that leads to a beginning. The World card. A lot of lessons are coming through here for you guys. Karmic lessons, maybe. Dare I say karmic partner, because Lovers can indicate some type of soul relationship, soul connection, soulmate relationship. If you've known me for a while, you know what I'm about to say, so go ahead and tune out and like go, you know, make a sandwich real quick or something. But if you're new to my channel and if you're new to working with me, I do not do the whole soulmates, and it's always great. It can be, okay? So my caveats are this when we talk about soulmate energy, no matter the type: karmic partner, twin flame, divine partnership, whatever label you want to put on it. Soulmate connections, number 1, are not always romantic. I already told you that in the beginning. This doesn't have to be a romantic reading for many of you, but in some of your cases it will be. And then the second part is soulmates are not always what we will perceive as quote unquote positive relationships. Meaning, your soulmate is not perfect, and neither are you. So there will be times in all soulmate relationships, no matter the type, no matter who it is in your life, no matter how long or whatever you've been through, that they might cause you strife, or you them, right? You might argue, you might fight, you might disagree, you might fall out of contact, all these things. It's not to say that this is okay and it's permissible and we should just accept that we have soulmates who don't make us feel good, but it is a more realistic take on it, in my opinion. Okay, if you have something that's wonderful, lovey-dovey, sprinkles and rainbows and sunshine, and that's how it is all the time, that's great. That's more rare than what I just described. Okay, soulmates are human beings. They're not perfect. They do not walk on water. Okay, that's my whole point. So, if you have a soulmate or a karmic partner or whatever to speak of, you might be, each of you are different. Some of you will be ending it, others of you will be starting it. And no matter how you slice it, on the other side of this relationship is a new investment. Either you're investing more love into this established relationship or this brand new relationship, or you're going to invest the love, affection, time, and care in yourself or other relationships that are important to you. In the center, Scorpio, this World card, I feel many of you are growing. You've learned a lot because of this person and your relationship together, or you're about to. There is something really heavy here about clearing the air or clearing confusion, things becoming sort of understood, accepted. Again, sort of what I was getting from the Lover's card. Also acceptance, awareness. Maybe some of you are for the first time getting into the concept of soulmates. Maybe you didn't believe in it before, or your partner didn't believe in it before, or a different understanding of soulmates. It doesn't have to be what I described for my work. It could be I always encourage that, by the way. I think I often don't say it enough, that whatever I say, you are up to, you please reinterpret it. Please discern it for yourself. Like I said, I think soulmates are not cookie cutter, but if you've got one and you're enjoying it and you guys are like, the butter to each other's bread, perfect. Perfect. I stand with that. I love that. But for me, to be more realistic and give people more realistic expectations, it's not always going to be that way, okay? But anyway, whatever you're discovering about yourself is seemingly filtered through this connection, or vice versa. Whatever you're learning about this connection is filtered through yourself. Filtered as in like, it's a certain new perspective or additional information. Like, because I'm getting, again, lessons and learning. You are discovering things about yourself that you didn't know before because you're dealing with this person, or as you have dealt with this person for however long you've known them, you've learned a lot about yourself. Whatever you're learning, you're, condensing it, molding it, working with it to create something new, or to, I don't know, it's just like you're enhancing yourself. Or the situation, this relationship is being enhanced. Something like that is happening here. For some of you, this is a love relationship. For others, this is a friendship, a family dynamic, a family relationship that you have. So it's going to be different qualities for all of you. But I feel, even if it has come with strife, Scorpio, you're a trooper. You're a certain type of warrior. Why do I say that? I can't explain why I phrased it that way, but you're a certain type of warrior. Perhaps the unexpected warrior, the unexpected toughie in the situation, you know, because that's that death and rebirth. That's that, you know, trial by fire, you know, journey and rise of the phoenix that is associated with your sign, right? So even if this is or was not the greatest thing you've ever experienced in your life, not the nicest person, or you weren't the nicest person in the situation, you will grow, learn from that. If you're going into it and eventually it becomes a little not so great, you will still learn from it. You know, some of you are starting this, some of you are ending this. To be honest, it's simultaneous endings and beginnings with the World card. So for some of you, that chapter is done. You're like done with it. Others of you, you are turning the page and you're starting in on this new chapter. Okay? Oh, interesting. For a few of you, this is not for everybody. For a few of you, you're moving from one soulmate to another. That's not for everybody. That's not for everybody. That's for like a handful of you. You are going from one soulmate to another. And again, it could be a quality. You know, some people are like, oh, I don't want to be with my karmic partner. I want to be with my twin flame. Okay, cool. Maybe that's what you're doing. Again, the caveat for me stands. One is not greater than the other. It's just a different label that you choose to put on it. You know, in my estimation. And so I'm just going to leave it at that. But that's how some of you are conceiving it. I'm leaving the karmic partner, or the karmic partner is leaving my life, or whatever, and now I'm going to move towards my twin flame, or my divine partner, or whatever. Okay. Again, in my estimation, they are one and the same. But I shall not digress. I wasn't asking for anything, but we have the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Swords popping out here. So I will acknowledge it just for a quick second. In this scenario somewhere, Scorpio, there were some lies, some deception, some misdeeds, or what do you call that? Misdirection, yeah? With the Seven of Swords and then the Eight of Swords, and then possibly pleading no contest. Like, oh, I didn't know that this was a problem, or I didn't know that this was said. Some of you, that's your soulmate to you, or the karmic partner to you, whatever you believe in. They're like, oh, Scorpio, I don't know what you're talking about. Why are you so upset? And you're like, because you lied to me, or because you misled me, or because you did XYZ to me. And this person's just like, no, that didn't happen. You're making things up. Okay? So there's like a misdeed, bad action, poor decision making, or poor communication. And then someone's like, no, I never said that. Okay. I don't know it could be you, Scorpio, to be honest. It could be the person, you know, it's a general. It can go either way. But let's get some further information here, all right? I laugh because it's just like, it's so obvious. Usually the Seven of Swords, even if it's sneaky, deceptive energy, it eventually gets found out. Because sevens are investigative. Sevens are evaluation. So even though someone is intending for things not to be exposed, they will be exposed. Okay? Further information in the situation for Scorpio, please. 3 more cards to give Scorpio more information about this. Apologize about that. I'm a little congested today. Had some coffee over the past couple of days, and that's not good. Hermit. Major Arcana for Virgo. You might be dealing with a Virgo, but you don't have to be. Excuse me. Sorry about that. 2 of Swords. And one more, please, for Scorpio, please. Right there. Cool. Bottom of the deck is the overall energy. King of Swords. So, Hermit, 2 of Swords, and the 9 of Pentacles. Absolutely. So for some of you, I did say that earlier, and I guess we'll talk about that in a moment. Hermit, 2 of Swords, and the 9 of Pentacles. All right, so I did talk heavily in the first portion about those of you that are moving from one relationship to the next, or you're starting in a relationship, or you're ending a relationship. This, excuse me, this second portion, I think, is leaning more towards those that are going without anybody. Ending something, whatever. This is for the solos, okay? This heavily, the second part is for the solos. Scorpio, You have been vexed emotionally, spiritually, even mentally over this. Highly vexed, I'm getting, with the Two of Swords and the Hermit. I feel many of you have struggled to walk away from a person, or someone struggled to walk away from you. And it is, again, there's like a huge karmic lesson here. There's a huge, what does it all mean kind of attitude or focus here. What does it all mean? Why did this have to happen this way? Or, in terms of Pentacles, a little bit with the Ace of Cups, but definitely with the Hermit. Why did I have to walk this path? The good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. Why was that necessary for me? You might be asking yourself this. The other person might be asking themselves this. You might mutually be asking yourselves that question, and it is fucking with your head. No offense. But it really is like screwing with your mind. Two of Swords. This is, for me, because it comes underneath the world, the precipice, like the finalization of something, right? So truly calling it quits, or truly telling that person, you know what, this is over, or I can't do this anymore, or we need to stop being friends, whatever it is, right? Or it's the precipice of finally going to your internal self and finding these answers. Yes. Hermit. Again, associated with Virgo, could be dealing, but you don't have to be. But that is the realization that part of what is going to give you the answer is reliant on you, reliant on the work that you choose to do, and exploring and understanding and getting to the bottom of what is going on here, and how your actions, your behaviors, whatever you bring to the table has contributed to this. I'm not, no. Hold on. Okay. So I feel for some of you, not Virgos, excuse me, some of you Scorpios, you may have been dealing with a person or people that have basically said, kind of what I was saying about the Seven and the Eight of Swords that popped out a moment ago. Someone may have been telling you the whole time, Scorpio, you're exaggerating. Scorpio, this is not what's going on. You are misreading the situation. I am not lying to you, even though the proof is in the goddamn pudding. They lied to you. They manipulated you. They misled you. They did all these things, or said all these things. And then they say, oh, it wasn't like that. You're misunderstanding me. You're blowing it out of proportion. You're being a drama queen, blah, 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 blah. So that has possibly led some of you to be doubtful of yourselves, right? Unable to clearly see that, yes, I'm not faultless, but I'm not on the hook for X, Y, Z, and A, B, C. That was you. So it's like some of you are having trouble discerning how far another person's actions go and how far your actions, decisions, behaviors, and etc. go, right? What am I truly responsible for? That is the work that you must do, right? With this Hermit energy, because Hermit seeks to go into an internal space, places in ourselves that are deeply hurt, deeply wounded, and get about the business of healing. And if not healing, at least coming to some type of realization, awareness, which again, I kind of was attributing that energy to the Lovers as well. So you might need to have a different perception of your relationship, or come to a new understanding of your relationship. If not different perspective, just a new understanding, additional information. So for an example, for some of you, this is a family member, okay? Father, mother, brother, sister, I don't care who, right? And we presume that our family members mean us no harm. That is the general assumption about family. But you're a smart cookie, Scorpio. You know that that's not always true in reality. That can be the expectation. That can be what we assume. But you know what? Like my mom says, if you assume something, you make an ass out of you and me, right? So, and again, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but let's talk reality, right? Let's talk real shit. If this is your family member let's move the perception or the presumption out of the storyline. If they've narked you, been a narcissist to you, if they've inflamed you, if they've been somebody who blames you, like this again could be like a sibling relationship. And all your life, every time something goes wrong in the family, your brother, your sister, or whoever points a finger at you. Scorpio did it. I wasn't even there. What do you mean? Well, Scorpio also should be in trouble for this because blah 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 blah. Making shit up. What do you mean? That's toxic. That's crap. That's narcissism. That's all these shitty things that have been compiled on you for years, especially when it's family. Because, presumably you've been around them your entire lives. So if you're 30-something years old, 50-something years old, and this is how it's always been since you were little, my God, that's a task and a half to get to the bottom of. And it's a lot. I feel many of you Scorpios, you will be sifting through a lot of information, a lot of details, a lot of history, a lot of memories to realize that maybe I do have a soul connection with this person, but it ain't the cookie cutter variety I was hoping for with my family member, with my best friend, with my lover, whoever. Nine of Pentacles on the other side of this story. This is hopefully, because it comes underneath the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Hopefully, Scorpio, you're able to get here. Nine of Pentacles. Excuse me. Hopefully, you're able to get here. Now, this is not me saying you should be solo dolo for the rest of your life and hold no ties to a person and be completely independent the entirety of the rest of your life, the next portion of your life, the next phase of your life. No, this is about value, self-value, high self-value. I believe I'm worth this. I believe my time is worth this. I believe my intellectual contributions are worth this. My love and affection is worth this. Knowing what you have to offer and where and when and whom to give it to. Those that are unworthy do not get. That's the Nine of Pentacles. This is the junior version of the Empress. Those who are not worthy do not get. You don't, and it's not conditional. It's not tit for tat. It's not, well, because you didn't call me for my birthday, I don't call you on your birthday. It's not that. If you, as a person, based on how we commune together, how we relate together, how our souls connect together, if you're disrespecting my soul, you don't get me. You know? And even if it's not, and it doesn't have to be to the extreme of, no passage, no access. It could be limited access to you, limited access to your resources for some of you, since it's concerning Pentacles. So let's say you have a relative, an uncle or a friend or a cousin or whatever, and they really come to you for financial support, and you've always given it to them. And you're realizing this is causing some type of wounding in you long term. You feel responsible for them. So let's take it this way, because I've seen this happen a couple times. Not necessarily with Scorpios, but just with people. Let's say you loan someone $50. Like, they mention something to you, or they have like a little bit of a sob story. Oh man, my check was short, or oh, I had an unexpected this or that, or something came up with the car. Could you loan me $50, or could you loan me this for that? And you do it as a one-off favor. Weeks or months go by, all of a sudden it's like, oh, I can't pay my bills. What? Yeah, well, you give me, you did me a solid last time. Do you have like $250 so I can pay my electric? What? Me giving you a one-off of $50 for a favor is not the same as me coming in and paying off your debt or paying down or paying your utilities. That's different. But to them, money is money. And that's what I'm saying. The quality is the problem here. The quality of what someone asks of you or expects of you or demands of you is the issue here, right? So maybe in that relationship, you can have my time, you can have my love, you can have all these other things, but you can't have my money because you have abused that avenue. You have abused that resource. You have abused that piece of my worth. Just because I have money doesn't mean you have access to my money. And again, it doesn't have to be tit for tat. Well, I gave you $50. You never paid this for me. It doesn't have to be that. It's a matter of how much they take it for granted. Nine of Pentacles does not allow themselves to be taken for granted. So that, I think, is what you are working towards, or would be helpful for you to work towards. This value of yourself, and when and where and whom is allowed to have access to it. Overall energy, King of Swords, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You might be dealing with an air sign, but you don't have to be. For some of you, it's a father figure or some very demonstrative, present, male, masculine energy. It can come in the body of a female, to be fair, but that strikes me as like very isolated, icy, calculated, and even destructive masculine energy. It's air energy, so it is, innately masculine. Swords and wands are masculine, related to air and fire respectively. But again, this person doesn't have to be a male, but they sit in masculine energy at this time. And as the King of Swords, they are controlling the communication or controlling the narrative. Even if not controlling the communication, they control the narrative. Again, they spin it. They will lie on you. They will say you said things that you didn't say, or they will take your words and misconstrue them, misrepresent them to other people. King of Swords, lawyer. For some of you, it could be a lawyer. And no shade to lawyers, but I mean that's kind of what they do. All right, this is what was said. How can we reinterpret that so that it makes you or them or whoever seem guilty or innocent? Whoever this is, how they communicate, what they communicate, when they communicate serves their greater purpose. In this case, if it's a family friend or family member, a friend, a lover, whatever, they seek to control. They seek to have power and dominion over you or others, people in the situation. They do not want to be at fault. If it's a lawful situation, and this is and it's only because it's the King of Swords. There's nothing else out here that gives me this vibe of law, but for a couple of you, it might work. If it's a lawful situation, excuse me, they want to serve their portfolio. They want to win a case for their client. Even if they know their client is guilty. They want to prove them innocent. Or vice versa, or whatever it is. You see what I mean? So this person's interest is not on how you feel, how you are made happier in the situation or contented in the situation. Self-serving energy. And it's very much about dominance, winning, being powerful, or being viewed as untouchable. That's like semi-dark or semi-low tendencies of masculine energy, is to rule and to have power no matter the cost. Let's get the outcome here for Scorpio, and then we're going to wrap this up because I don't want you guys to go too long. New Year, Scorpio. I'm not going to give you guys the longest reading every time. Anyway, what's the outcome here in this situation for Scorpio? Please show me. Outcome here in this situation for Scorpio. Please show me. Queen of Wands. Okay. Fire sign energy. Gemini. God. Leo's. Oh, I can't talk. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There you go. Queen of Wands. So, number one, very much on its face, if this is a lawyer situation or some type of mediation or something, this is one side arguing one way, one side of the dispute or the disagreement, whatever, and this is the person arguing the other side. These people would be going toe-to-toe with one another, okay? That's very specific to those that you're dealing with something lawful, or you're dealing, again, with something with, like, mediation. Queen of Wands. For some, this is like a very bold leap. Excuse me. This is, for some of you, a very bold leap either towards that Nine of Pentacles or out of it. I feel the Queen of Wands is arguably the bravest of the queens, okay? And I feel there's sort of like this stand your ground. Like if this person is causing static, if this person is causing flack in the situation, this King of Swords, the Queen of Wands is like, oh, I'll meet you. Where and when, baby? You want to have a showdown? Okay, let's go. It's very much defiant. Like, King of Swords, it's going to be done this way, that way, and the other way. And because I said so, or, oh, don't believe so-and-so because they're a liar, blah, 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 blah. This person is like, show me the receipts. Show me that this person is a liar. Just because you said it doesn't mean it's true. Right? So this person is questioning. This person is defiant. This Queen of Wands is very much, oh, I'm going to, just because you said, no way. You got to prove it to me. You're big and bad. Prove it to me. You got threats? Show up and show me what you got. It's very much calling the bluff of the King of Swords. Okay? I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know how that's going to work out. But it's this very powerful, I am no punk. I am not going to be steamrolled here. You're going to have to show me that you mean what you say. Idle threats? I don't take, no. No. And again, I'm not here advocating any physical violence, and I hope it's not that type of situation. But that's the energy. The energy is, go on. Throw the first punch. I want to see you. I want to see. And again, I'm not saying do that. I'm not saying approach situations like that. But the attitude is, I'm not scared of whatever you're saying or doing. You're going to have to show me that what you're saying is the truth. And or you're going to have to show me if you really about that life. You about that? Then let's go. Again, not condoning it. Do not condone. Do not advise. But that is the energy. Like this is somebody not looking for a fight, but is again going to call somebody's bluff. Oh, you want to start something? Let's go ahead. Go ahead. Start it. I'm ready. You start it, I'll finish it. Scorpio, that's the reading. If there's something here that you liked, if it resonated, please hit the like button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know how this resonated. I'd love to read your comments. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you do want a reading from me, again, you can find that information in the description box below. Scorpio, I'll be back in a couple weeks' time to do those mid-January readings. Until then, my friends, thank you so much for watching. Take care.